Hey everyone, I'm Garrison and welcome back to the channel. So today I am finally doing my first listen / full-on review to Yena's first mini album called SMiLEY. It even has a smiley face in the title and for this mini album. But as always, I'm gonna be covering who took part on each track because when I saw the track listing initially for Yena's first mini album, I saw quite a few familiar names. But before we dive into it, can I just say right away, isn't it great seeing how far Yena has come as an individual and a solo artist with her debut of SMiLEY? She really was able to express herself within SMiLEY, and it really shows her overall personality and all. And I'm sure from here on out she's gonna be able to do that, and additionally eventually have even more creative freedom that we will love to see in the later on future and such. And I was mentioning that with the likes of Woods, the likes of those kind of solo artists like Hang Daniel, and all solo artists that are able to really put their input within their own songs is just everything, isn't it? But aside from that, let's just get into this album review now, shall we? Alright, so this first track is called Before Anyone Else. Now, I'm seeing Yena and 72 on the lyric side for this song. We love to see it, of course, but if y'all not familiar with 72, I feel like y'all should be familiarizing yourselves with 72, as 72 has worked quite heavily with Everglow, and I'm sure 72 is going to continue to do so because 72 has been on the likes of Player throughout many B-sides and of course title tracks as well, such as First, and also has worked with Oh My Girl a bit back in the early days, such as their song Coloring Book. But I also see Mayu Wakisaka, which is a pleasant surprise. It's been a while since I've covered her works, as she has been a part of with G-Friend in their whole series, and all with a couple of tracks, if I recall correctly, and also on a song called End of Story by Yua. So that got me thinking maybe this either might be a quite high tension type track or a mellow we feel type track. We shall see. But I'm also seeing Pollock, which is interesting because Pollock has been in the works with Everglow, and apparently is on other tracks as well for Yena's mini album here. And in conjunction, 72 and Pollock has been on a special song called D plus 1 by Everglow off of their debut mini album. So it's interesting to see all these names come together, and just amazing to see Yena, you know, having her own input in terms of the lyrics. But aside from that, let's just get in the song now. Well, let me turn it up here a bit. Ooh, already feels quite mellow and almost calming. Yes. Wow, this is so up my alley in terms of taste, guys. Ooh. Love the guitar work in the back there. Just the way that she's delivering her lines in this, literally serenading us, but the emotion that she brings in this is beautiful. Love the subtle percussion in this as well. And just love how she's just so smooth with how she projects herself in this. And the vocal layering in this, though, too, is so good. Love the tempo to the song too. Ooh. Oh, and a little bit of the plucking there. Oh, what a song to really set the tone to this mini album before anyone else. Just how at the end of the lines too, at the very end of the lines that she comes through with in this song, it is just so captivating in a dreamy kind of manner, you know what I'm saying? And I think what adds to that is definitely the overall composition to this song. Arrangement, pretty standard, and believe it or not, there was a bridge in this. It was just pretty brief. It was like a 1.5 liner type bridge, yet it works. I think it does its job in this song, and it doesn't take away from this song, because I feel like if there was a bridge, it probably would have a bridge that was more so in a different kind of length, longer I should say, and way different than how it played out in this with the 1.5, 2-liner bridge. Let's say they took away all the instruments, and then next thing you know, it's like you can only hear her, and then they bring in the final chorus with a bunch even more instruments. I really like how this song is just so soothing throughout the start to the very end, yet we still get to hone in on her vocals, right? Just the background vocals being done to this adds so much. But then, like, the way that she comes through with it near the end there in the back, and just, like, her hitting those notes ever so slightly, it really gets you and on, and it's just, I'd say a song that really lifts up all that stress away. It's like so calm and so soothing, and it makes so much sense now. I could feel Mayu Wakisaka's influence on this. Like I said, either it's going to be up in tension or soothing, and that's what happened here. It was certainly really soothing throughout the ears, easy to listen to, most importantly. So I feel like there's a lot of longevity, replay value to this song. A song that I could always look forward to or go back upon, I'd have to say. I also feel 72 and Pollock's influence on this, more specifically in the lyrics department. 72 and Yena hand in hand in this. And also, I would say Pollock's influence on this, I'd say, considering in 72 and Pollock were in conjunction of D+1 on Everglow's debut mini album, and that's like a very, very special song when Everglow ends up singing it for their concerts and all. And I feel like before anyone else is that type of song, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, it's time to like lift our phones up, bring out the lights, and like, you know, just admire and really ooh and on like of Yena in the song, this song right here before anyone else. It is a special song, I've got to say, but I sort of want to bring back certain parts in the song, listen through it again, and really figure out what I may have missed on this and point out parts that I truly loved in this. So let's just do that from the beginning. First of all, really love this start with the guitar at the start, and it really kicks it off well, I've got to admit. Man, this song is so good with green tea. Love the chords in this as well. It's my babe. I love. See what I'm saying? The ends of the lines. It's my babe. Like, she's coming through it very light with it. I really love her light delivery. And I love how the moving of the threads on the guitar and then the strumming of the guitar can be heard as the song keeps on progressing, right? In a way, this is such a sweet song too. Got me going insane, yeah. And when she comes through with it very lightly, she does it so delicately in the most possible kind of way. Here we go. Just that pitter-pattering in the back of like percussion instruments in the back. It may seem so little of addition in the song, but it adds so much more depth to the song, guys. Trust me, it really does. I'd say a bit of drum kit work, almost. It's more apparent later on, though. And then as we progress right here, just that acoustic guitar going on, and all you can hear is Yena. I just love it. This brief bridge going on. Yep, more so those drum kits. Bit of the hitting of the hi-hats in the back there. The ticking and talking there. This is truly the song, like, tailored to Yena. Truly is. I could feel her influence in the lyrics, truly. Bit of the threads there, and a beautiful ending to the song, guys. But yeah, let's just get into the next B-side now, shall we? So this next track is called Look to You. Now I find the titling for this quite interesting, as the O's are X's, and then the 2 is a number 2, and then the U is a letter U. And sometimes when it's styled like that, it could possibly link in terms of message or lyrics in any respective song, and that's what I always look out for. But I'm seeing Yena again on the lyrics. We love to see it. I'm seeing 72, Mayuaki Saka again, and then other names that I will have to familiarize myself after this review. But hey, let's just get into it. Okay, this has to be an intro here. Okay, the drums. Okay. I'm loving the start of this song so far, guys. And the energy, most importantly. Oh, where's this going? Ooh. Wow. Ooh, bit of that piano slash keyboard work there. Oh, now it's heavy. Now it's more heavy here with the piano. Ooh, and the guitar work in this, phenomenal. Love this breakdown, and then how it's just ripped in the chorus. The lyrics in this song, though, quite meaningful, I've got to admit. Okay, we're in the bridge now. Ooh. Oh, hold up. I'm waiting for something here. Woo! Okay, okay. Oh. And what an outro, guys. Okay, I know we're in the second track, but so far my favorite song on this first mini album. Where do I even begin with this? I really love the pop rock route that she took with this song, Look to You. First things first, before I forget, I want to address, like, right away, what's so cool about the styling and the titling of Look to You with the X's instead of O's. One, or at least for me, one may see that the O's are in look are as in like eyes almost, you know, but in terms of the X's, it's like I'm gonna X out this other significant one, this boy, because hey, he's no good in my life. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't care about him anymore because he didn't treat me right in the way that I deserve, that I should be treated better and all that. And that's how I see with that. And then in terms of composition of this song, ooh, chef's kiss. This is literally a masterpiece. There are many reasons why I call this a clear masterpiece, and it makes sense like why I hear a lot of people raving about "Look to You" as one of their favorite B-sides, at least from my friends, guys. Because I feel like this has to be one of those like fan favorites for sure, like right off the rip. And like it's one of those songs where it's like a couple seconds in, you already know it's gonna be good, right? This song, I see a lot of longevity, replay value to it. Not a song that I'd necessarily like listen to here and there, but more so in the loop, in the rotation, and throughout majority of my playlist, and that shows a lot in terms of quality wise. From the guitar riffs to the bass guitar work, the electric guitar work, to the riffs, right? To the bass guitar, to the drum kits. And when you think it's gonna hit and climax, no, JK, just kidding. We're not gonna hit it yet. We're gonna trick you, and then we're gonna hit it. But then, next thing you know, you think the song's just gonna end just like that, but it just keeps on going and going and going, and then it fades out with a brilliant outro. So with that being said, really love the intro, really love the outro. I especially love the bridge and verse 2 in this song. So let's just go back into a second listen and go through it, the entirety of it. Like, we're gonna start from finish, you know? Oh, that is... There we go. Now immediately I can sense, like, just with the drum kit work there, and then there's other parts such as the keyboard work and like other sections in the song. I could totally see people saying, hey, there's all that J-pop feel to it, you know what I'm saying? Or like in the opening of an anime, just like imagine like an anime for Yena, just like her animated self and like an intro like at the start with this song. It would work so well in that kind of succession. But I think this has a lot with these kind of moments in the song that you feel like, oh wow, this feels so J-poppy. I think that has a lot of that influence is coming from Mayuaki Saka, and I could feel that from her clearly. And she doesn't only like work with, like, I would say for Korean songs, Japanese bass songs as well. So if you guys are interested, be sure to check out works that she has been a part of. But let's continue this. And the slight emphasis on the start of her lines, the end of her lines, like Adam dum. And right here, like I loved how the message is so straightforward too, and everyone else is meaningless other than me. A sugary sweet lie. What do you want now? And then the look to you. I really love how look to you, with look to you, it's used as an ad-lib. It's used as a main line, like part of the song. It's used in different ways, and I love how there's that sort of, I wouldn't necessarily say like versatility, how they flexed look to you across the lyrics, and I'm sensing that could be, maybe, possibly, right, Yena's decision to really come through with a look to you throughout the song, not just in the chorus, right? That hey, boy go away, look to you, may you be more miserable, and then the oh, and just a bit of, I don't know, midis, or like I said earlier in the first listen, bit of keyboard work, but then it's more so prominent later on. And just the extra emphasis on our lines with the drums is so good. Such as the drum kits here, it's sort of like done rapidly, and then the piano coming through, that keyboard work coming through. I think this is like one of the sections that's like, wow, that screams like almost like that J-pop influence feel to you guys. I'm sure you guys can agree with me on that. He said, I want to go back. You asked me to trust you. You said you don't like like girls other than me. Again, a sugary sweet lie. And just this breakdown. Yeah. And here comes this crazy, unbelievable bridge, guys. Leave me behind, go away, can I smile, go away. It's just like, at this point, it's like, I don't want to listen to you anymore. Okay, you're gonna keep trying to, you know, stay with me. Hey, you had your shot, it's too late, you know, just go away, leave me alone. And I love that intensity that's brought with the guitar, right? And just the 808 claps as well. Hold up. Yeah, 808 claps. Take all the love you threw away. Take everything you have. Everything. Woo! But yeah, fantastic work with the guitar riffs in this. And I was like, wait, I feel like we're gonna get into some crazy, like, climax-y part. But it brings it back. And I thought it was that's it, but no. That ripping up the guitar, but then it keeps going. But then it keeps going twice. No. 3 times. And this outro. So good. And notice how that how there was extra emphasis there near the end. That it was done earlier in the song, but this time 3 times around. And the details, everything was considered in Look to You here, guys. When it comes down to the straightforward meaning in this song, the lyrics really connects between each and every section in this song. Great transitions in between the sections in terms of the overall soundscape to this song. And I have to say, just how it kicks off in the beginning and it hits and finishes off in the ending, a very bombastic, explosive ending. And if anything that I've learned from SMiLEY and Lxxk, anything that is rock based, Yena's just gonna like blow it out of this world. Like, she's gonna hit a home runner. I feel like almost similar, like comparably in a fair way, because as some of you guys may know, I do not like doing comparisons. I don't think when people compare things in K-pop these days, it's not fair and just enough, unless there is a great amount of like reasoning and such. But in a way, like label mate Woods, if y'all are familiar with his discography and his title tracks, how he's messed with pop, rock, punk, and done quite a bit of rock influenced tracks, not only in the title tracks but B-sides as well. I hope we still continue to see Yena do more of rock influenced tracks, and not necessarily every comeback and not necessarily in a title track, but every now and then I'm like, hey guys, I'm not complaining, I'll just take it and I'll consume it every single day of the week. But hey, enough talk, let's just get into the next B-side now. So this next track is called Pretty Boys. Now I'm seeing Yena and 72 in terms of the lyrics for this song. We love to see it, and from what I know, I just know that it's one of my friend's favorite B-side, the favorite B-side on her mini album. But I'm gonna have to familiarize myself with the rest of the individuals who took part on this song after this first listen, of course. But let's just get into it. Whoa. Okay. That electric drum kit. That electric rhythm guitar. Okay. Oh. Where's this going though? Ooh. Oh. I'm sensing that this is gonna be an earwormy type of song for a long time. Woo. Love the tempo to this song. And the lyrics to the song as well. Hey, hey. But man, hearing how she's delivering these lines and seeing the lyrics here on my screen, this is quite melancholy, huh? Oh, there's the snare drum. Hey, da da da. Oh, that is so catchy. On that rhythm guitar. I love the strings in this song as well. Just the swirling of the strings that make it very dreamlike. Okay. Oh, Kojima. Snare drums again here. Oh! Yes! Oh. Mmm. Mmm. So tasteful in terms of the delivery. He's a dangerous pretty boy. Aren't there a lot out there, and a good amount of them that we shouldn't mess with. But Pretty Boy is here. Ooh, this is a contender of a B-side. It could be, over time, it could be my favorite B-side, okay? And that is just really due in part of, I'm just a sucker for melancholy type feel songs, you feel me? But in conjunction, I loved how Yena came through with Pretty Boys that has such a 80s rhythm feel to it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to describe like this seems very retro-y, and you are in partly correct, as you do hear those electric drum kits in disco and synthwave, all those retro-based genres. But I just really love those electric drum kits, but then the electric rhythm guitar that you're hearing in this more specifically is just there in the back. It's not too heavily done. It's done in part to really complement Yena in this, and really set the stage per se for Yena, for her to be the focal point. Sorry, I should say. And then you got the swirling of these string synthesizers that is quite heavily used in disco genre based songs. So I love the combination of all those things, but most importantly, so far, before I get back into the second listen, so far every B-side I've heard from Yena here, including SMiLEY, her title track, her intros and outros to her song are just so clean and clinical with everyone who she's working with, and I love that consistency. Not so often you get like phenomenal intros and outros. Sometimes they could be too brash with it. Sometimes they could be too slow with it, and sometimes they're just simply good. But wow, her intros and outros to her songs just do it for me. It does more, exceeds my expectations. But also, most importantly, I've got to say, the reason why this is a huge contender too, in terms of favorite B-side on this mini album, is the hooks. The hooks to the song is literally 10 out of 10. The best hooks that I'm going to say it right away here. The best hooks that I've ever heard this year so far. Beyond title tracks, beyond B-sides, literally the best hooks that I've heard so far this year. Extremely catchy, doesn't sound over repetitive, even though it is repetitive. You get what I'm saying, what I'm putting down here? Even though it seems repetitive, it is not repetitive with it, and I like how it does that with the hooks, but it really snatches you right away upon first listen, and it's quite snappy with it in the delivery, I'd got to admit. And due part of reason why this is melancholy is the delivery in some moments, right? There are good times, highest of highs, lowest of lows, and then it's also shown in terms of the lyrics of this song. So let's just dive back into it, guys.
Boys, boys, boys. Boys, boys, boys. 확연히 줄어든 연락에 달라진 듯한 스타일씩.
So right here, immediately, it's like, what's going on here? A noticeably reduced contact that seems to have changed the style. Shh. I feel like this kicks it off really well in the song, right? From the intro, boys, boys, boys. It's lingering, sort of, in your mind, in her mind, right? Vice versa. And then when we get hit with the first verse, it really, even though there's of course some loss in translation, it's like, huh, this is so strange, you know. This other person, regardless, I'm just generalize this, whether it's a boy, significant other one, girl, etc., etc. Why all of a sudden there's less contact between that other person and I myself, huh? I don't know what's going on right now, right? Love those electronic drum kits though. The most prominent instrument in the song. There are many things I want to tell you. There's a sense of urgency. And then right here, said our friendship is kind of different. The feeling that I felt even if I didn't say it. Oof. Some sort of percussion instrument in the back. And then right here, I just noticed it. Bit of that keyboard work in the back slightly. Yeah. That's cool. Snare drum. Right amount of syllables, and I can't emphasize da-da-dee-dee-da-da-da. I love how that is so memorable upon first listen. She does it like 3 times to really get it engraved in our minds, and then it goes. Pretty, pretty boy. I don't know how to describe this, but there's like this sort of like space-like galactic feel to it with all these instruments combined in the chorus, right? Yeah, there's that rhythm guitar in the back again. And then there's that extra oomph, that extra spiciness added in, emphasis from Yena. Always by your side all day, you know it well, cause we're together. It's like, we're strong together, or we really work together well, right? He looks dangerous no matter how I look at him. I heard a lot of tea. Okay, I don't know, there could be lost in translation, but I like the lot of tea line here the most. One of my favorite lines in the song. The word breakup only lingers on my lips. Just that, like, how the drums are either like mastered to be that percussive, or like drawn back, or it's some percussive type of percussion instrument in the back. I really love it. I think the best way to describe it, if it's like you're outside of a club and then you hear it in the distance, that type of like a feeling, you know, it's in the back. It's just in the back there. It adds so much to the song. And I noticed too the layer of the da da dee dee, da da dee dee da da da, da da dee dee da da da. Ooh, yeah. Don't be fooled by the excitement, that won't last long, baby. Oh. Don't give your heart away too easily, baby. That guy is a dangerous pretty boy, and maybe we could even see this as like Yena or someone saying, hey, to a friend's like, hey, you better be careful, because even though that is a pretty boy, it's a dangerous pretty boy. Just like a kitty, right? Oh, kitty, kitty, with sweet words, you know? Like, as much as a kitty can be so sweet, like Yena states here, a bad lie that tempts you. So tempting, but then there's some cats, man, they just love scratching everything. Almost like a double-edged sword. Yeah, I think... Yeah. These dangerous pretty boys. Double-edged sword. Yeah. The ooh-in. The oh yeah, you know? The ooh. And I love how the strings are more prominent here. Emphasis on boy. Ah, so good. I think with more listens, this is gonna be the favorite B-side, not gonna lie, from this mini album. Like, over time, I feel like you gotta give it at least 2.5 weeks when it comes to albums to have your exact favorite. Like, it's very different upon first, second, or even third listen when it comes to B-sides. And then there's, next thing you know, B-sides where it's like, okay, that is my exact favorite one. It's so up in my alley. But wow, this song too, Pretty Boy, so good. But let's just get into the next track now, though, shall we? So this final track is called Vacay. Based on the titling of this, I feel like this is gonna be a fun one, maybe, but I'm seeing Kang Eunjung, who I'm familiar of a little bit, as Kang Eunjung has been on part of works by NCT Dream, NCT 127, even Twice, and even Card, if I recall correctly. But hey, other than that, I just want to dive into this, guys. Ooh. Oh, that guitar. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, this song. Oh, it has so many feel-good vibes over it. I already love this song, guys. Oh, there's the chimes transitioning. Where's this going, though? Okay. Oh, and that electric rhythm guitar again. It's there in the back. Love the ad-libs in this. Ooh. So playful with it, and I like it in terms of delivery. It's just here and there, quite playful with it. But I've got to admit, this song is so refreshing. That guitar. There's the chimes again. Woohoo! Even the electronic drum kits. Ooh. This bridge here.
밤이 되면 거짓말라 방울일 것 같은 mood right 상상보다 좋아 너와 함께서 우리 둘만의 파리 설렘 밤하미
All these piano chords here. That rhythm and guitar again. Drum kits. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, what? Oh my goodness. What a great song. Another great song by Yena. Vacay. I mean, if anything, now that I think of it, like, if we were to look back on the other tracks, this song has a very late summer feel to it, right? But it doesn't necessarily scream summer, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those, like, some of these songs are like have that summery feel to it that you could listen beyond the season of summer. By no means I'm saying like these are summer tracks, but there is a bit of that like summery vibe to it, more so like a late summery vibe to these songs, especially Vacay, as it is so refreshing and it provides a sense of warmth almost, you know what I'm saying? And it really, it just seems like SMiLEY, like Vacay, it's the type of song to really brighten your day per se, and I think it really does that. This song is just straight perfection, this song. And then again, arrangement, nothing too crazy. It's not like there's an interlude, verse 3 in this. Pretty standard, right? It has an intro, if I recall correctly here. Yeah, just with the keyboard work and the ad-lib with the take a vacation. And I think it really sets the tone of the song. And then, verse 1. Love the lyrics. They are sensical and it just works so well here. I just getting a bunch of alerts on my phone here, sorry. But all in all, really love the arrangement. Other than that, nothing too crazy. I think the song really sticks. I could see myself looking back on this song, but I want to listen to that bridge again. It's just so cool. The chimes, I love how the chimes are used as the transitioner between the sections of the song. Can't emphasize that enough. And how her delivery is just ever so different between, like, let's say verse 1, verse 2, bridge, and like throughout this entirety of the song. Very rapid fire with it in the bridge here with the moonlight, and then there's a bit of that emphasis with the background vocal, right? One of my favorite parts, if not the favorite part in the song, is the bridge. The breakdown, just the piano chords. Though we but the register that she uses for this is spectacular. You win. There's a bit of like sing-along factor to it that I love as well. And then we go back here. Let's see, right here. Even here, this is what I'm saying. Verse 2 here, first class. So satisfying and playful. Yeah, I'd say verse 2, my second favorite part in the song. And how this song is mastered too. Sometimes you hear that rhythm guitar more prominently on the right side. Sometimes you hear that bass guitar or rhythm guitar more prominently on the left side. And then when you hear those chimes, it goes past your ears from like either left or right or whatever. Bit of synths there earlier. They're just done quickly. Do, 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 do. And how it wraps up too with the guitar. Wow. What an album, guys. Where do I even begin to really wrap up my thoughts for this first mini album called SMiLEY? I think Yena made more than a splash with her debut with this first mini album and SMiLEY. I think like she did a straight cannonball into the swimming pool, and I'm not saying just anyone, the deep side, like the whole diving thing, you know, the boards and all, and that how she's been able to show a lot within this mini album is huge, showing how versatile with she it, but yet she can be so creative with it. First things first, to kick it off with a very ballad-like track here with Before Anyone Else, the more I think about it, I think this has to be a fan-based song. This is a song for the fans. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, if you feel differently, or if you know about it, then try to confirm it with me in the comment section down below, because I love connecting with you guys. Can't emphasize that enough when I am doing album reviews. And then it goes into SMiLEY featuring BB. So I think that connection works so well there. And then it picks back up with Look to You. Look to You, it is a song that is quite meaningful with it, and I could see why this is a huge fan favorite as much as Pretty Boys. You could be either Look to You or Pretty Boys, or you could be someone who really messes with Vacay and Before Anyone Else. You honestly can't go wrong with any of these tracks. Pretty Boys, don't even get me started with that. Really talking about like them dangerous pretty boys. It has meaning towards it in some sense as well, but I really love the 80s rhythm to it, and most importantly that melancholy feel to it in the song. Vacay, it really goes beyond the season of summer, provides that warmth, and it makes you have that feel-good type of feeling, and it is just so refreshing. I think almost like the dessert to this mini album being the last track, like it cleanses your palate, you know what I'm saying? I think appetizers like Before Anyone Else, main course SMiLEY, and then additional more, it's like we haven't gotten fed enough, like you're at this point, you know, you're overfeeding us in a good way with Look to You and Pretty Boys, and then wrapping up with Vacay. But yeah, guys, I think so far Look to You is my favorite one, but with more listens, mind you, Pretty Boys will become my favorite B-side. SMiLEY's still up there, obviously, and then it would go Before Anyone Else and Vacay in terms of favorites. But keep in mind, first listens and reviews always change over time. Like I say, gotta give it at least 2.5 weeks or even a whole month even. But yeah, let me know your favorites in the comment section down below, if any order, or if you have the favorite track and why, and how you're feeling personally about Yena. For me, it's just great seeing her come so far. Back in the day, produce and as one, and now this, and I can't even imagine what she's gonna put out next, but I'm sure whatever she puts out next is gonna be sheer greatness. But as always, guys, be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much, and just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Yena. Have a great day, have a good night though, have a good afternoon wherever you are. This has been Garrison, and peace.